So what's really going on this planet where everybody fails to recognize that the journey, because I got a lot of people on the program now, and I got to let y'all know that that journey of 1,000 steps, that journey to the summit of your success, the apex, the precipice of your success, that pinnacle, top of your life mountain, is going to start with that first step. But after that first step, a lot of y'all get into the energy of daunt and dread, and y'all forget that y'all really got to climb the mountain. You feel me? Whatever you why your world is yours, I got to equate it to that time where I ran my marathon. You know, shouts out to my top hitting fucking on the physical level, Mark, my top hitting client. Motherfucker did a 100-mile marathon. It takes a different type of mindset to even endure that. But it's the same parable, it's the same equation. What you got to realize is, you start that marathon. I remember being on 181st. That first step I took, I said it was a no turning back. From here on, all we got is to get to the end. A lot of people would start, and a lot of people would have just ended up stopping. I said, ain't no stopping. As soon as you take that first step of that marathon, as soon as you take that first step to your journey of success, as soon as you take that first step on your hike to the top of any mountain, you got to realize, ain't no stopping. Ain't no stopping now. What the fuck? You just gonna start to stop, then you gonna walk away a bitch. Whatever you why your world is yours. So on the path to your success, I'm gonna have to let you know that, yeah, the talking is all supplemental, but that work is the fundamental part. And most people just, whenever they get into challenge, or they get into adversity, or they get into a disruption of their comfort, what happens is they start to talk to themselves like a motherfucking bitch. Yo, listen, I'll go in, people talk about gym anxiety, people talk about social anxiety, all this other shit. If you realize that in any moment of anxiety, you're just affirming to yourself some form of deficiency, some form of fear, some form of lack inside your own mind. Your self-talk is not on the overcoming, your self-talk is on the overwhelm. Then you realize there's something to fix in your attitude and approach to the situation. It's never the circumstance, it's always you. I learned that life is not a window, but it's a mirror. So really, you got to look at what you're looking at and what you think about what you're looking at in all of these situations. Break it all back down. I got a lot of people back on the program, got a full roster, and I got to keep y'all to this standard, because a lot of y'all that get around Sheikhy Chic and be like, yeah, I get around Sheikhy Chic. Then you feel like you could jack the way I talk, and you could jack the way I swag, and pick up, you know, all of the language, all of the lexicon. But y'all forget, like I said, the talk is supplemental. It's meant to supplement your development. Just like a protein shake is meant to supplement your muscle protein synthesis. But if you don't do the work is fundamental. You could eat all the protein in the world, have all the protein shakes in the world. If you ain't working out and training, you're not going to put on the muscle. So you could read all the books in the world. You could get all the coaches in the world. You could watch all the motivational videos in the world. But if you don't get into application of yourself in whatever endeavor it is that's supposed to motivate you or have the supplicated information to get you on the alignment path, then what the fuck is the point of everything? Whatever you why your world is yours. There's so many people operating on subjective standards of operation and failing to actually put themselves in the objective arena of existence, where you actually exist in a world full of everybody who's performing, whether they want to perform or not. There's no not performing in this world. So it's a matter of the degree of efficiency and effectiveness. I'll say it like this. A lot of people spending energy. Everybody's spending energy. Everybody's spending time. Everybody's not spending energy purposefully. If you decide to get a blueprint, if you decide to get a clear objective and you get clear instructions and you apply your energy purposefully, you will create an outcome in your life that is on purpose. Everything that you see that's happening in my life is happening on purpose. I have the muscles on purpose. I'm sober as fuck on purpose. I'm leading the world to freedom on purpose. I got more money on purpose. Everything is on purpose. So when you realize people are not purposefully using their energy, everybody's using energy and it's dissipating and leaking everywhere. It's just fucking bleeding and spilling every fucking where. No discipline, right? Because everybody's looking for the power. What's the power of self-mastery? What is self-mastery besides being able to fulfill a predetermined intention with precision? You feel me? It's as simple as that. Everybody wakes up not wanting to be broker, not wanting to be out of shape, not wanting to not like themselves. Let me reframe that. Everybody wants to wake up and increase their degree of satisfaction with life. What does that look like? Nobody woke up wanting to be more broke. Nobody woke up wanting to be more fat and sloppy. Nobody woke up wanting to be more mentally dependent, spiritually dependent, emotionally dependent upon a substance, aka a slave, you know what I'm saying? Real life, mental slavery. Why your world is yours, because what's the opposite of slavery? Freedom, right? Goes back to freedom. Nobody woke up wanting to be more constricted in any area of life. But people failing to recognize that their lack of direction, their lack of purposeful energy spending, and their lack of alignment with an outcome is creating just massive mistake. Like, oh, I didn't intend on this. Yeah, you didn't intend on shit. That's your problem. You didn't fulfill a predetermined intention with precision, discipline. Why your world is yours. I gotta put out all of these different things just to bring it all back to let y'all know that the work is supplemental. The work is fundamental, and the talking, the coaching, the books, everything is supplemental. So many people just overvalue the talking, fail to actually get into the action. And then when you actually stack them up inside of the action, that's when they start failing. And motherfuckers default to, oh, I just want to do this, is how I feel. Nah, you have to actually be honest in this life. And that's just really what it is. If you ever plan on succeeding in any remarkable way, or in any way that's truly satisfying on all levels of yourself, where you don't even have to refute anything about it, you're going to have to measure up to a higher degree of honesty. Everybody out here who's out here living their lives and, you know, whatever the fuck they call life, you feel me? They're just massively dishonest, and they have a massive responsibility deference issue. Everybody's deferring responsibility. It goes back to what? Deferring your emotional responsibility to substances. That's why you're out of control mentally. You can't even direct yourself, because now every time that shit calls or you get that itch, you got to scratch. Why your world is yours, you don't control yourself. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to money. It goes back to everything. You feel me? So what I'm teaching y'all how to do is how to free ourselves. Now, the evolution can be guided. The evolution can never be provided. I can't free you from you when you're your worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? You're the closest person to you. So if the closest person to you is the biggest problem, then who do you have to actually address and solve? Why your world is yours. It don't matter if I hug you. It don't matter if I grab you by the shirt. You're still the closest person to you. So you're the one that has to solve the situation between you, yourself, and yourself. You feel me? So why your world is yours, I'm at that point where, you know, I'm just holding the line. You feel me? People come in a meeting every week, you know, and it's just all this wallowing shit. And it's like, yo, where the fuck are the results? Like at a certain point, fuck your feelings. Nobody gives a fuck about your feelings. Nobody gives a fuck about an explanation about why you're a failure, because all excuses are literally time wasting. You're explaining to me why something that should have been done is not done, and you're creating this most elaborate, drawn out story so that I can potentially say it's okay to be a failure. Fuck that. Shut the fuck up and get the job done. Why are you still fucking missing? That's what it is. Why are you still not fulfilling the predetermined intention? Right. Why your world is yours. This shit is all mindset. Mindset is going to determine everything. The difference between every single last individual out here is their mindset and their ability to stick to a fucking plan. Why your world is yours. Consider vibrations raised. Get into that ability to recognize your self-talk. I'm in the gym just now for my second round, right before this. And there's some big motherfuckers in there. And I remember my first day being in the gym. I'm skinny as shit. Motherfucking like 150 pounds soaking wet. You feel me? I'm in the gym. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is big. Motherfuckers throwing their energy at me. I'm like, this motherfucker been in the gym for 10 years, 15 years, 8 years, 7 years. And you trying to feel better about yourself by throwing your energy at me? You dumb fuck. I love myself. I respect myself. I honor myself. I know my position. I know my story. The fact that your veteran ass is trying to flex on me when I'm new here and you've been through that whole struggle just shows that I got the power. You feel me? At the end of the day, I'm on the come up. So I just take all that energy. It's either I'm going to be inspired by somebody, you know, and be like, yo, respect, and we going to swag and synergize in the gym, or somebody's going to try to be the one, right? And I'm going to be like, wow, you really just tried to flex on me. So you paid attention enough to me to get my validation, you know, even though I might be smaller than you right now. But you know what? Since you wanted my validation so much, thank you for the energy. And I'm just going to keep swagging and going harder. And that's just what it is. When y'all go into these gyms, when y'all end up in any situation, y'all got to have that savage ass self-talk. I know who I'm creating. Like I said, this shit is on purpose. You feel me? So I'm in there like, yup, I'm getting Aki. Yup, this motherfucker's big as fuck. Goddamn, thank you for being an inspiration. I'm going to get big as fuck too. And that's just really what it is. Y'all got to stop starting y'all journeys and forgetting that this shit is really a climb. Like, you're not going to just levitate to the top of Mount fucking Everest. You feel me? You got to start with the fucking vision in mind. You're going to get to the top of the mountain. And I'm telling you, when you get to the top of the mountain, that's when you're going to have the clarity. Every time you get to a top of a mountain, or every time you achieve whatever you predetermined, you're always going to have this moment of clarity at the top of the mountain. and then really understand your intentions. So you can never say it's not about the money. You can never say it's not about the freedom. You can never say it's not about shit. You can never say it's not about being at the top if you've never been to the top, let alone even decided to take a step away from the bottom. You feel me? Especially if you started and then you decided to quit like a bitch. That means you really wanted to be at the top, but you quit like a bitch. So it's even worse than a motherfucker who never started in the first place. But if you still on that wannabe shit, and you worse than the motherfucker who started and quit. You feel me? Because you ain't even start. Everywhere your world is yours. Live your fucking life. You feel me? At the end of the day, my whole message to you is that, yeah, you're going to start the journey of 1,000 steps, or that hike up the mountain, or that journey to the top. It all starts with that marathon in your life. But once you take that first step, ain't no stopping. It's really like that. When I did that 26 miler, ain't no stopping. Y'all motherfuckers stop and y'all miss and y'all create bullshit ass explanations about why you're a failure instead of just stop failing. How about you just stop failing? How about you just stop missing? Right? Whatever your world is yours. Hop on the program, get the blueprint, and run that shit. Evolution is the only solution. Self-mastery is the only success. Discipline is the only freedom. And you already know what the fuck it is. Consider the vibrations raised.